Hi, my name is Jamie. I'm going to talk to you about comparing different options using the specific method of IRR, which represents internal rate of return. And this method uses multiple steps, so I'll just go through them one by one. And it's used to, like I said earlier, compare different options, because in life you don't only have one option. You want to choose what's best in terms of best rate of return. So let me write out for you an example. So the first step is comparing each option's IRR with the MARR, which represents minimum acceptable rate of return. So let's say we have option A and option B with interest rate of, I'm just going to make up a number of, let's say, 8%. And then I equals 4% for B. And the minimum acceptable rate of return is actually equal to 6%. So the first step is to compare these two options with the MARR. And as you see, the option A is the only one that's greater than MARR, which means it's the better option, while option B is only 4%, which is less than MARR. Therefore, you would automatically choose option A. However, let's say that these two options were greater than MARR. Then we go to the next step of sequencing by NPV at I equals 0. And the second step, basically you compare the NPV of these two options and you sequence them from least to greatest. So let's say the NPV ends up to be 5,000 and this one ends up to be 4,000. Then you sequence them from least to greatest, so B to A. And with this order, you're able to tell which order to do for part 3, which is where you compare the two options by subtracting. And in this case, we have B as the one that's least. So whatever is the first variable, the first option in this example, you will put after subtraction sign. So A minus B. It seems a little confusing because we order them from least to greatest, and then we switch them, but just remember that the first one in the sequence will be after the subtraction sign. And what this statement is saying is A is better than B. Because we already know that A and B are greater than MARR, and we want to go into detail about comparing these two options, so we do A is minus B, which is meaning A is better than B. And this is true if this result is also greater than MARR. If it is not greater than MARR, then it is not true, meaning B is better than A. And how you do so is you find the NPV using the values for option A and option B of subtract the difference between these two variables that are given in the problem, and you solve for I. And by doing so, you compare it with the MARR, and if it is true, then it is actually A that is the better option. But if it's false, meaning it is less than MARR, then you choose B as the greater option. So good luck with that, and just keep on practicing different examples, and that will help a lot with identifying which option's better.